Alright, it has been 6 months since the recent release of Hot Wheels Unleashed, and there's one of them. I wanted to go through the 10 big problems that the game still has that we're still experiencing now. Things that should have probably been fixed up by now but haven't. And oops. The first one I want to go through is exactly what happened at the start, where despite the fact that I got the perfect boost, I got the really good start, my car didn't boost on launch, and this is a random thing. This is not something that you have control of. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Sometimes you won't even get your boost charges despite the fact that you've done it right, I think. Or I might be thinking of something else there. Either way, you definitely don't always get the boost when you should, and that needs to be fixed. Like, that is one big issue. This has been a problem since the game came out, and it's surprising that this is something that Milestone hasn't bothered to patch, or hasn't even admitted is a problem, because multiple drivers have this issue. When I was asking for ideas, this was one of the first things suggested. So the starting launch, if you go back and have a look at it, you'll see I did my perfect launch and just didn't get a boost off the start. It was quite unfortunate. The next thing I want to discuss is downvoting. Sometimes you get a track that's just not good, and it'll come up in, rude. Yeah, it'll come up in online quick play, and it just sucks, man. And it's like, what do you do in that situation other than just, sit and bear through it, I guess? So what we need is we've got an upvoting system, and tracks are obviously more likely to show up for being upvoted. So this track here is a little confusing. Let's say I don't like it. I should be able to downvote it after the race, just as you can upvote it after the race. And be rid of it, have it less likely to show up in matchmaking. Because having track knowledge is a very important part of this game. Obviously every track gets better because you know the track. Not knowing tracks kind of sucks a bit. But yeah, being able to downvote, oh my god. Actually, that there is enough reason for me to downvote this. I would downvote this just based on the fact that it's just not very cleanly made. You take the ideal racing line and suddenly you're in signs. In my opinion, that's bad. I don't like the idea of punishing people for being on the right racing line. So I would say that for that reason alone, I would probably downvote this track. But I can't do that, okay? Which means this track's going to just show up. Likes are cool and all. So a track getting likes just because people have seen it is nice. But a track needs dislikes for when people have seen it and not said anything bad about it. Because otherwise everything's just positive. There's no way to tell if the track is only getting 10 likes because it's unpopular, or if it's only getting 10 likes because only 10 people have seen it. The track has over 100 likes, what if there's 300 people that wanted to downvote it? It could have just been seen a lot. And there's not really any system for that in place at the moment. And I really thought that something like that should happen. Because look here, I will take the racing line. You hit the green strip and you'll go straight into those signs. There's no chance to fix your pathing or anything. And yeah, that jump isn't really ideal. That's pretty much all there is to it. Downvoting is something that I feel this game needs, so that whenever someone does make a bad track, we can be like, yeah, this track sucks. Pretty straightforward. Oh. So the next thing I want to talk about is Desync. This game suffers a lot from Desync, and it is the fact that, as we will have seen in the World Race, cars can be in different locations on different screens.
Bye, have a great time.
And you'll see there, I hit Adamax in the front, but it didn't do anything to his car. And it's because I didn't hit him the same way on his screen that I hit him on my screen. And we'll try it again here. He just took me out. So aggressive drivers generally will get punished. See, I hit him full on there and he did not get affected, as you will have seen on the minimap. And he only got affected because he tried to ram me and ran off the track. Like, and it is just pretty straightforward to see that, like, Desync is a serious problem. He's ramming me, but I'm not getting any major issues from it because on my screen he's not quite reaching me as hard as. So you've got to try and lead your targets when you're hitting someone, right? And that did nothing to him. I hit him so hard he flew off on my screen, but on his screen I missed him. And he just kept going. You'll have seen it on the minimap. He didn't get budged at all. Or he did it first, but then the game realized he didn't on his screen. That's insane. Hopefully he's recording so I can get the footage of that. And Desync is a serious problem for this game. As I said, we will have the footage from World Race that shows just how bad an issue Desync is.
Surprise.
Sometimes two cars can be alongside each other, and like, it's not always going to be a Desync problem, but sometimes there is just, it doesn't connect on both sides. Like, there was one instance in season 1 of the World Race where I made sure I missed Joda when I was flying off the track, but I still got him because of the Desync. Back to their home planet. But I'm sorry! And it's really bad in this game. Like, I've seen Desync in some racing games, but usually it's like, it's a, you know, a couple of milliseconds, but it can be entire seconds, and it's just a nightmare. So yeah, if you want to ram someone, you go, oh, it got me. You got to get just ahead of them to do it. And sometimes you'll ram them and you'll wreck both of your cars, but because of the Desync, it won't do anything to their car. And I think that that can be bad, especially like if you're trying to have a clean race, you can still take someone out. On their screen, it'll show you just blatantly push them off the road, but then on your screen, oh no, on your screen, no such luck. The next issue I want to go through is... See, I didn't get my boost again. That was terrible. The next issue I want to go through is fake checkpoints. Sometimes you can hit a checkpoint in a way that it will tell you you've hit the checkpoint, but it is still fake. It doesn't actually give you the checkpoint, which, again, has come up plenty of times in the game. But you'll see, as you go through a checkpoint, it says the word checkpoint. So it definitely is acknowledging that you're hitting it. But that has actually nothing to do with your car hitting the checkpoint. And we'll show you. We can miss it here. And that says a... But did you hear it? It said checkpoint. So we'll turn off the background music. And we'll get real close. That time it said it twice. That's weird. Alright, it says I've hit it. But if I drive up here now, it says checkpoint missed. So it is entirely based on your camera. So if you're in a drift on the right angle, it says I hit it, I had the checkpoint, but it is still resetting me. And this is detrimental as hell, because it means I can make it and then have it not count. That time it counted somehow, which is just really weird. It's really finicky. And your car does have to pass in the checkpoint box, but also the audio won't play unless your camera does. Actually, I want to see if I could hit the checkpoint without my camera hitting it and have it still count. Obviously, this checkpoint's not going to work. So I want to see if it's possible to have it say checkpoint, or to have it not say checkpoint and still register. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of it all, is that's a major issue. And people have... Hitbox on it is clearly registering that I'm hitting the checkpoint, but isn't registering, but is still resetting me and punishing me for not doing so. Alright, so we're going to come out here. Alright, I want to get the car in. Alright, this is in the checkpoint hitbox. So we'll come out. we go on to the piece of track after. Oh, that is not the checkpoint hitbox. Alright. There, checkpoint hitbox without it saying checkpoint. Still missed. Interesting. Does both have to hit? Oh, okay, so that's the angle that it counts on. Right, that I'm pretty in there. And then, whoops, we try and get back on the track here, and it says I've missed. That's really strange. So it seems that you have to both have car and camera hit. I was in really far there. Well, that one I hit it from the wrong side. And hit it early too. I actually just want to go through another quick look at the other two. See if I can do that again. Because it seems that the actual checkpoint marker is way further back than it claims to be. There's actually a way you can do a skip here if you have your car stay airborne and then fly off to the left there. But yeah, so that's something that has also been around from the start. It's not like a new glitch or anything. And it comes up a lot, especially on this particular track, which is one of the more popular tracks in the game. Bit of an issue. Alright, let's take a quick squiz at this. At what point does it mark the checkpoint? I want to get like right alongside it too. See, I think Animax just did the same thing. Alright, that said checkpoint there. So I want to be back a little. But it still said checkpoint missed! Checkpoint missed! That's really weird. Because like there, I'm not even like not hitting it. And that's still counting as a miss. Yeah, that's super bizarre. That the camera is registering but the car is not. So if we come in from this side, maybe. This is far more in depth of an issue than I originally had realized. That's super bizarre. Wait, is it still not registering that I've passed this one? It still doesn't register that I've passed that checkpoint. And does that no longer register that I passed it? Oh, okay. So going through them backwards worked before, but doesn't now. Well, it's probably because I backed through it. So yeah, that's how bad it is that you can get like straight up over the line. It said checkpoint twice, and I'm still apparently missing it. It's just really bizarre, in my opinion, that they've got that like that. And I'm pretty sure if you go through track editor, actually that's another good one to check. Can I hit it, like just drive under it? Oh, that's fine now. We're okay. But yeah, so if you go into track editor, you can actually test this yourself and fly under it with your camera, and that will actually still say checkpoint because it does go by camera and not actually your car. As to hearing the audio, the actual checkpoint registering is based on your car. It just doesn't make sense. We are back with issue 4. This is the respawns issue. There's a few things here. Primarily the issue is you can't pick respawns. It's not something that track makers have control of, respawns are automatically generated and basically random. There's not even like a way to get rid of bad respawns. Like I think that'd be a really nice option, is if Milestone allowed us to go, hey, this thing that you've got marked as a respawn point is terrible, it causes cars to get stuck, and that's a problem. If we have a look at a track from the World Race, you'll see that poor old Ghost Boy did this issue. Like, he just had a really bad respawn point. And this track here also does it. So if we go under this point, oh, see, that respawned me partially under the track. We'll try again. Checkpoint missed, right? But it's possible to spawn you under the piece of track there. And I don't think there should ever be a situation where the respawns in this game spawn you underneath the track. Obviously, like, you saw it slightly. I've got a picture of it from Animax of his car being under there, maybe even a video. We'll put that up. But as you can see, being able to spawn under a piece of track where your car won't even fit, or being able to spawn somewhere that you're falling, which we do have on so many of these tracks, these community-made tracks, is bad. And this is a Milestone issue, because we don't have any control over our respawn points, and we don't have any way to remove bad respawn points that the game automatically generates. It's just, this, again, has been an issue from the start. It doesn't come up too often, but it comes up enough that it's been noticed. And it can ruin races. Like, we had one in the World Race, a racing tournament, where a driver was stuck and had to respawn 7 times. Why can't we control the respawns, man? Still gave it to me. It's weird. I don't know. I can't add this to favorite tracks. That's weird.
Probably because you have 25 on there already.
What? Alright, there you go. I just found a new issue. Screw it. I can't recreate this problem, so I'm clearly just making it up. But that's an issue. We can only have 25 favorited objects after all this damn time.
Also, same for libraries.
Yeah, no, I know it's the same for libraries. That's why I'm so mad. Alright. And there you go. That can replace this one that doesn't work.
You can only download and post 100. So
yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. It's been 6 months in. People need more. Okay. You can only favorite 25. At least with libraries, when you favorite more than 25, it just starts wiping the old ones. With tracks, you're just not allowed to anymore. Like, what? What is that? Just takes away the favoriting option. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, I just don't have the option. I'm not allowed to favorite things anymore. Get out of here, Drag One. That's terrible. Like, there's been so many tracks that I want to keep. I don't want to get rid of these. Another thing I want to point out is in this menu, the host can't pick first or second. It can't pick where we start on the starting grid. And I think I can understand that for public lobbies, but that needs to be a thing for private lobbies. Give us an option to choose who starts where, because having random starts is terrible when you're hosting a tournament like I am. So that's another big issue that I think needs to be fixed up. It just really helps with people having races together and stuff, the way you can do qualifying and all that, but whatever. Next issue that I want to talk about is libraries. Do you remember in the trailer for Hot Wheels Unleashed that they showed this, the Steampunk Roger Dodger, as part of the game? It's not in the game. It's not a library you can get. Why? Dragon Blaster has the Super Treasure Hunt version and a normal version, and they have different default libraries, different default skins. Roger Dodger, they're both the same. The default and the legendary are the same. Why couldn't this be the default? Because no one's made it. No one's put the effort in. This is complex as hell to make. But speaking of complex libraries, that's the real thing I'm going to talk about. That's just me nitpicking. I don't care. Really. The Metal Maniacs logo here that this guy's put on this is difficult to make. It's not actually super easy. I mean, it can be, but it still takes a little bit of time. Let us have stickers already. If you're not going to update us and give us more stickers that we can add to our cars, let us make our own and have a database of stickers that we can make. This 50th anniversary thing, is this in the game? Sorry, Captain Cat, if that's not in the game, that's amazing. I have to go into the editor. Let's see, 50th anniversary. It's not here. Stands to reason the Captain Cat's 50th anniversary library was legitimately handmade layer by layer. It is absolute insanity. Too powerful to be kept alive. Heck, we go into mine, the locals, things that I've saved. This here, why can't ... save this and put it on other cars? Okay, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's Den's name, D-E-N, and then his driver number. I mean, but like he could put his whole name in drone riding. Do you know how hard that is to make? Like drone riding is actually super difficult to make in this game. The layers and stuff, the symbols. Why can't we save that? This is a sticker they've already put on one of the cars. Why can't we have it? Why can't we just make it, save it ourselves? Animax has put the Neostorm logo on like 40 cars. BHR has their own logo. And these guys have to remake these logos and stuff every single goddamn time. And it just feels really unfair. Another big one. The sticker. You can't really see it too well. But on the back of this car is a sticker. And here's one as well of a different quality. And then ... did one as well for a car that I've accidentally deleted because it didn't work back when libraries weren't working. Which also had the sticker on the side. If I actually go through his library, I'll be able to find it, I believe. Here it is. And he put this damn thing on the back there. He did another one that was blue as well. And do you know how many layers this takes to make? Like, this is crazy. This is like really good quality art slapped on the side of a car. That it's a recreation of my old icon, or the one I still like to use. It's in the video. It's in the damn corner. Okay. And someone was able to recreate that. And if he did this on 3 different cars, and every single time he had to recreate every single bit of it, even the shine. Okay, even the glossy shine on its head, the different coloring, it's bananas. Okay, and he's not the only one that's done it. Shubi has also done it, okay, which is how we get gorgeous one here that has, again, sticker on the back, different colors, all that stuff. It's gorgeous. So the reason I showed off, he's done the Australian flag. Oh wait, I think the flags are in the game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But he should be able to save that and stick that on every damn car. And he can't. And I think that's just really poor design. And I could rant for hours about this, but we've got so much more stuff to rant about. The next thing I want to discuss is skipping and times. And nothing is getting done about it. Okay, no, nobody beat this in 0.006 seconds, okay, or 0.007. Right, I have trouble believing 11 seconds, 13 seconds, and these were clearly from cuts, okay, 8 seconds cuts. These glitches, because if you look at the track itself, you start here, you've got to hit this checkpoint and then get back to here. Right? There's no way you're doing that in 2 seconds without some sort of glitch. So that's a serious problem there. And then when you get down here, you'll notice 26 seconds. This is believable. These start getting more believable. They're ridiculous. I think 34 is where it's actually believable. But yeah, it's much more believable times here because they're all consistently the same. But all these like under 20-second times or under a second, it's just not physically possible. These have clearly been glitched in some way. And these we should be able to report this and have them removed. A track creator should be able to go, this track shouldn't be possible in this time, boom, delete it. Obviously you'd need a way to moderate it or something, but there needs to be a way to report these times and just say this is not physically possible, and Milestone doesn't care. We'll look at friends leaderboard, things change. See, 28 seconds in the Superman car. Alright, I believe that. So I'm willing to believe any time of, you know, I'll believe the 26. I believe that someone is insane enough at this game to have done that. But I just don't believe this. And if can I visit Unleash profile and report him? No, I can't. I cannot report his account in any way, even though he's clearly cheating in some way. And this is every single thing. Like, there's so many of these. Another one, 0.016. When this loads up, 45 seconds. No one's able to glitch that one. 30 seconds. And I don't know if someone did that in 30 seconds. That still seems insane. That's, again, a lot of cutting and all that sort of stuff. And these tracks, especially when we get into the community tracks, we go into the favorites here. You'll see these ones are the ones for this season of World Race, and they are competitive times. People are fighting over these times. If we bring up the, I guess we don't have access to the leaderboard. There's no leaderboard for these. That's really weird. You can only just get the leader. But then we look at, there is some here. Smooth Drift 2.0 is a 140. I think that's believable. Oh, that's a 121. Sorry, I did a 140. I know there's some of them that are just ridiculous. 0.009. Someone did that in 0.009 with what, 5 checkpoints across the map? Bullshit. And Milestone just doesn't. That's never going to be beaten. No one is beating that time. Oh, that's right. Akina is the other one that does it. A 0.009. And it's just people cheating. And there's nothing that can be done about it except for the creator deleting the track and re-uploading it. I don't know if that's an easy thing to do. I don't think it is. And that record time has sat there since this game came out. Since this track was made in October of last year. It's not good. And it's terrible for anyone that's trying to get good times on these tracks, especially like the official tracks. I feel like there is a speedrunning community for these tracks, right? And you get tracks like this where I think they're legitimate speedruns, right? They're legitimate. Yeah, these people are legitimately fighting over the best time. Obviously, if they're using this stupid thing, they're probably skipping in some way. But I did a 10. Oh wait, it's not mine. This one here is the one we're looking at. I did a 115. So yeah, these are probably skips, but they're not major skips anyway. There's still like a speedrunning community for it. They're at least not glitched. But yeah, they should be removed too. Skip times should be removed, but that also comes down to the fact that most track designers suck at putting checkpoints down. You got to have like your pivot points of where you put them down, like your must-haves. And the fact that you can't put a checkpoint on a corner really limits your abilities there. I didn't mean to select that. Anyways, it's a problem. We need to be able to have Milestone delete these tracks, report these times, and maybe even ban these players because they're clearly cheating in some way or using some sort of exploit. Maybe not ban them for one, but if you do like 40 of them, get out of here. Should be just banned from being able to upload a time. That's as simple as that. You shouldn't be able to get on the leaderboard if you've done a certain amount. The track editor itself has so many problems. It really does. So the controls suck, by the way. They really, really suck. Trying to like fine tune things to line up is hard, if damn near impossible. Awful. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. End customization. Give me down. And like, ugh. It's like, oh, that's too low. That's too low. Now, is that the right height? Is my track on the ground? If I drive off of it, can I drive back onto it? Yes, maybe. Oh, I want to put it up these steps actually. Sorry, hang on. Just a moment. I think that's level. Yeah, that looks like it should be level. And then we say yes, and then we say pause, test the track. And then we come around here. And it's not actually level. I mean, it's level enough. But you'll see there is a bit of a gap there. Actually, wait, if we pause and we go to... Actually, we'll build some track pieces. How do I genuinely hate this track builder. And like, that's not interfering with the track in any way. Why can I not have that go through? I mean, I suppose it's meant to mimic Hot Wheels cars, I guess. Oh no. And like, how do I, back, cancel, delete, there we go. And like, getting that flat now is going to be quite difficult without it, you know. It's a nightmare. So we need grids. There needs to be grids so I can tell which way is which, because I'm on a diagonal and I cannot tell for the life of me if it's straight or not from here. Like the grids on the track there, so grids are not something that's beyond the realm of knowledge, but they're just for show. They don't really do anything. But yeah, so I'm trying to now get this piece straight. I guess we're doing this now. There we go. Garbage. The controls for this genuinely suck ass, but whatever. Some people are managing to make it work, so maybe I'm just bad at making tracks, which I'm willing to accept. I don't pretend to be some expert track builder, which is why I've built all of none. But we have no grids, and I think having grids would make things a lot easier for our track builders, because again, I'm just trying to get this track straight, man, and it's not quite happening for me. I think that's straight. No, it's still on an angle. Is that straight? Still not. And like, yeah, not even straight in the end. So that's an issue. Grids would make that super easy. The next thing is alignment. So some sort of like snap, or do they have? Well, they have a snap option, but I can't access it, and I'm not sure why. What does close track on mean? Oh, okay. So snap does something. Yay. Oh, like, okay. So that's basically what I wanted, but sometimes it's not accessible because reasons. Why? And it's just a random snap too. And yeah, as I said, sometimes not accessible. There's also some random bug that comes up where the track can no longer be edited. Just save it as it is, you're done. Sometimes you can't even save it because it's unfinished. And yeah, the track just becomes inedible. I know the word is not inedible, it's uneditable. I just wanted to say inedible because that was, in my mind, a funny joke. Oh, that's really nice. That kind of snap to be... Is that what snap does? Oh, Chisquito. It's good. It snaps the end of the track to match the floor. Geez, that would make track editing so much easier. Crazy. It's, yeah, awesome. So yeah, that's just me messing around with this editor. I personally think the editor sucks. The bug where you just randomly can't edit your track anymore is exactly why I never got into this editor, because it happened to me like 3 times in a row, and it kills my ambition to build with this editor. Hopefully someone will edit this and cut this video down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It sucks, and we don't have a grid. The snapping tool we do have isn't great. We need some sort of like alignment. Maybe if we can have like Halo Reach did this really well. They had a thing that you bring up on the side, and it's got your exact numbers, and you can move them by like 0.1 of an inch or something. I think we need that for this. There's just a lot that we need. Yeah, pretty much. My next complaint is all these damn SpongeBob cars. They're gross, they suck, they're just terrible. Terrible. Like the DC cars were just not good, but the SpongeBob stuff is genuinely just bad. And Bone Shaker, we have 3 Bone Shakers in the game. Disgusting. No need for it.